In today's lab, I'd like to share with you a few items that I picked up from Tuesday morning. Come on in and let's get started. Before we get going with my Tuesday morning haul, I wanted to share with you an item that I picked up from AC Moore when they had these on sale a while ago. And it's actually this little box. And they had them for like 88 cents, I think, on the day I got them. But they are perfect for holding some of my 6x6 collections. Like when I went to the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, and one of the swag bags, they had these collections of the paper pad, some stickers, and other ephemera to go with it. And I found that this was the best way for me to store them and keep them all together. I do have some labels where I can put a label on the front and also finish off this little 88-cent box from AC Moore. So just thought I wanted to share that with you as another affordable storage idea that you can cute up however you like. So let's get on to Tuesday morning. We're going to start with the Wer Memory Keepers letterpress paper. And if you've been following me for a bit, you know that I have been stockpiling this letterpress paper. So I found this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 size. I also found a whole nother stack of the A2 letterpress paper. So I got 5 more of those. And in addition, I keep finding the number 10 envelopes, and every time I see them, I go ahead and get them. So I found 3 more of those. Additionally, I found some more letterpress plates. I had seen this one before, then I saw this one for holiday. Happy Thanksgiving, and just a thank you, give thanks, but all of these would be beautiful for whatever use you would like. I thought it was going to be like a universal usage for it, so I got it. Additionally, whenever I see the inks, I go ahead and pick up more of those. This is gold, and I think this one was black or red, 2 of the colors that I really like. But now, here's what really made my day. I had seen a lot of crafters hauling this item, but it never showed up in my store. So one day, I was in there, just happened to be bebopping around, and lo and behold, the letterpress plate was there. So of course I grabbed it up to go along with all of the letterpress stuff I've been stockpiling. Now I've been using it, but I've been using it with my Sizzix machine. Having this plate, holy moly, it is going to open up the window of opportunity that I never imagined, because I do have the Wer Memory Keepers die cutter when they had that at Tuesday morning sometime back, and then they also sold the motor for it to make it electronic, so I did get that. But this, friends, I can't tell you the joy that I have for this. Now, the way that I have been storing these is in one of my little containers. Let me grab one. So I have to say, storing them in this little Sterilite box has been awesome. But the problem is, I think I got these from Walmart, and they have these little things that stick out on the side. So when you put them on the shelf, you have to make sure that you're matching these up so that they interlock with each other. If you try to put it with something else, it's going to be a no-go. And as you can see, this one is full, so I'm going to need another one because I have all of these new items I've just added, in addition to some of these other papers. So now that I have more of them, I am going to have to figure out a new storage solution for them. So I went looking through my storage options and found a photo box that I picked up from Michael's. And what I'm thinking is that I'm going to have to end up storing them temporarily in this box for now. Just so paper is going to have to call this home. Simply because I have no other space for it. So for now, this will have to be stored in this fashion. Okay, let's keep going. Staying with Wer Memory Keepers, I also picked up this power tool bundle. I do recall it being a today's special on HSN. I don't know. We'll see if I keep it. yeah, I'm just going to have to play around with it and see if it's something that will really be useful. If not, it can be returned. We'll see. Now, additionally, I went ahead and did the deep dive into the foil quill pins. I only got the bold tip and the standard tip. I did not do the fine tip. And I realized that today's special was a better value. But I will take one of them out and try it. And if I don't like it, then the other one will go back. So hanging on to those. And I have a large magnetic mat, a big one. That's kind of like this blue one you see. Then I have a black one that I got as a gift from a friend, probably 14 years ago. But I needed a smaller magnetic mat. So when I'm doing something with my dies, for example, if I'm using them as a stencil, I can be guaranteed that they're going to hold down onto the paper. So that's the reason why I went ahead and did the deep dive into the magnetic cutting mat from Wer Memory Keepers. And speaking of mats, this particular mat did come from Tuesday Morning. I got it to cut up to use in my die cutting machine. And this one is a Dritz, and it's actually $9.99. And I like how thin it is. It is not very thick at all. This is actually pretty thin, and I think it would be perfect. Keeping on, I want to go into mink. And I know some of you have seen these before, but I love the rainbow mink. I was like, yay, when I came across that. In addition to that, I did get this Honey Swap glue pen. It has a little bold tip on it. Then I also saw this, which is a toner marker, and it was open. It looked like this when I bought it, but I did go ahead and take it out and shake it a little bit, and it does sound like it's full. If I start using it and realize it isn't, yeah, I own it. It was $2.49, so I own it now. And that, again, that's on me. I was taking a chance because it was the only one that was there. But between that and this mink reactive mist, I'm going to have some fun. These next few items aren't really interconnected with anything, just some things I found that I picked up. I adore Colorbox. I recall when I got my primary set of inks 20 years ago, the ink is still good. So when I saw these in there for this price, I had to get them. I love these petal points. They can get up into little tiny areas better than anything that you can imagine. And I love these colors that are in there. And I'm a ribbon girl. And when I saw this one from Amy Tangerine with all these beautiful spring colors, I thought they will be great for my Easter cards that I'm going to do. When I am in the store and there is tape or glue, I usually do a deep dive and pick up some. I use this all the time, especially when making mini albums in boxes or trays that are not boxes. I do love using that. So, if you don't pick this up when you see it, the next time you go in, it's going to be long gone. So make sure you jump over any tape or glue that you find in the store. So aside from that, I did find these Fiskars micro tip. I have seen people use them. I think it might be an absolutely good deal. They were $9.99. I went ahead and took the plunge to get those because I do have little tiny things that I love cutting. Now, my cutter bees are my fave, but I do want to try these to see if it's going to be easier on my hands. Now, because I own some really large flower dies, when I saw this tool from David Tutera, I went ahead and got it so I can make some of these huge flowers that you see on here and to be able to shape them using this part of the tool. Now, they had some Tim Holtz assemblage in there, and I've gotten some of these chains before, and what I do is I use them on little bags that I create, that when people buy something from me at a craft fair and they get a deluxe gift bag to take it home in, I actually put it on a chain. So once the bag is done, I do tell them you can remove that chain and use it. And these are not a bad price at $1.99. And so I have lots of these chains hanging in my craft room. I have seen this item in Tuesday Morning a few times, and for some reason I think I might have bought it already. The only two stamp sets I picked up were these. One is from Sheena, a little bit sketchy, and I liked all of the sayings that were on there. For $2.99, it's pretty cool. And I think Crafter's Companion will no longer be carrying any of the Sheena merchandise. I don't know if she's still producing or not, but I was watching them on YouTube, and I think they're getting rid of the last of their Sheena things. So if you are a Sheena Douglas fiend, when you see this in Tuesday Morning or anything similar, you might want to go ahead and grab that, because this may be the end of Sheena from Crafter's Companion. Then they had these from Hero Arts, and these are for Dad's Day. And yeah, went ahead and picked that up, and that was $4.99. So let me apologize for the glare that you have been getting from this mat. I am so sorry. I should not have done my whole thing in there. So let's do this. And that should make a difference. So now I want to bring in my next set of items. Yes, they are for the Gemini. And I did get my metallic Gemini in the mail. I've been playing around with it, and I'll share some of those projects with you. But they had this hello, blessed, and thanks that I wanted. There were others, but they just weren't appropriate for what I do and the way that I craft. So these came with me, and there are two pieces. You get the blessed, and then you also get the outline pieces to make a shadow behind it. This one, I saw them doing it on Crafter's Companion TV, and it's one of the creator cards, and I just love those butterflies that were on there. And so, look how detailed that is. This is just absolutely beautiful, and the whole thing creates a card right away. Now these also are create a card. This one is also another butterfly, if you can see it there, but I think I want to use these to create some boxes, trays, and mini albums. They are just gorgeous. This is a rose one, and again, this is one I saw on Crafter's Companion TV. This one is just fun and springy. I think it would be delightful for Mother's Day. This, I think, would be perfect for a mini album, or if you make your own gift bags that you want to give away, you could put this on either side of your bag. It would make a beautiful purse, and it's a nice size. Look at that. Oh, and this one, oh my goodness, the filigree lace, just the daintiness of that is just beautiful. And somehow I managed to pick up two of those, so I'll either do a giveaway for one or take it back. This one, the mandala, I'm sorry, not the mandala, the Mindy, I wasn't too sure about, but the more I looked at it, the more elegant it became to me. So this is one that I went ahead and kept. This kind of more, it's not Art Deco at all, but it reminded me of that flair of Art Deco. And it's a Love and Romance die, and it's one that I'm debating about. This one, the ornate swirls, I love the ornate and the delicate doiliness, although I don't feel like I'm a girly girl. When it comes to things like this, I'm a girly girl because I love this for some reason more than I love this, and they are so similar. But this just reminds me of more Art Deco. I'm not Art Deco, but I know people who are and love it, so I do want to appeal to them. And then I did go ahead and indulge in this cut and emboss die. So how am I storing these? Well, I did have all my dies in a container together, just kind of about themed almost. And then that wasn't working for me anymore. So I had to go to my own Crafter's Companion container, and it is purple in honor of Sarah. So initially, before, I had just plain old dies, and then I had to go in and put in that these are actually some Crafter's Companion dies. So all of my Crafter's Companion dies are in here. My Sheena stamps are in here too for now, although I do have other Sheena items. So these are going to go in here, and as you can see, I am beginning to have another issue. in that I'm going to run out of space in this container. Now, I do have other embossing folders, but they are in a different container. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and slide these in here until I can expand my storage for these. Once upon a time, I was taking them and I was putting them into these holders. This was working out really well for me. But as I started to get more of them, yeah, that stopped working for me. And again, I'm just going to have to figure out, oh, that's a Spellbinders and Wer Memory Keepers. That shouldn't be in there. I'm going to have to figure out a new way to get these stored because this little container is filled from dies. So now these aren't even going to fit in there anymore. So let me go ahead and make some room. I'll put these in the very front. There we go. Yeah, and then I have some of these Downton Abbey. Ooh, 2 of those. One of those should have been a giveaway. I don't know what happened. So again, I am constantly manipulating storage. I'd rather manipulate it for tools than for paper. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a mess. Got to come up with something. I know you're thinking, what do I need with paint cans? But these are some of the buckets that you can find at Tuesday Morning. They are the clear ones. And I think putting vinyl on there to decorate it would be awesome. But here's the deal. You don't want this to go away because this is what you use in order to pop the lid off of your can. So whatever you do when you get these, don't cut it off and throw it away. You need that. But here's what I don't like. It scratches up against the plastic, so it may mar it, which is why I think it would be good to do something with vinyl going around the bottom. So I got 3 that were in white. I did get a red one, a large red, and a large white. And this would be one of those one-of-a-kinds that you make, that you fill up. And so when someone comes, you can say, no, I don't have 10 of these. This is it. Because once you start filling these with things, this is a huge investment. And so you don't want to be left with a ton of these trying to store and hold on to until the next opportunity you get to sell them. But I think they're cute. They had some other colors, but I'm just going to start with these and see how it goes because I can always do something on the white ones to change the lid. I can put a piece of decorative paper on there and keep it moving. So yes, I'm a sucker. I saw these ceramic stands in there and I thought, oh, this is great. And for $12.99, not a bad price. So I went ahead and bought these. So I did not open this box when I bought it to check it, to make sure it was okay. And as you can see, it's not okay. I have a little area here that was chipped. That was inside, but those are the pieces that go to it. So sadly, I am going to have to return that. So that last one was a bit disappointing, but that's okay. We're going to make it up with some sunshine from Becca Higgins with our Project Life. And this is the Seasons Edition. I think I have this one, but I went ahead and got it again because, you know, with the size that you want to use, there were some that I wanted to use the reverse of, so I thought I'd better get another one. Now, I don't use this with Project Life because I just don't do Project Life, but I use it with my Wer Memory Keepers slotted albums. Some of these fit beautifully in there. I can get an album done in my kids' pictures and something in no time at all. So I do like using it for that. And then the other one I got was, it's a core kit. And I did it mainly because it was kind of school-like. And I still have tons of pictures of my son for school that I need to get those put into an album. And the quickest way to do it is to use these cards. Now, some of them I straight up scrapbook. But some I have to do shortcuts on. And Project Life really helps with that. This next item is vinyl, transfer vinyl from American Crafts. And I went ahead and got that. It's not like the best transfer vinyl, but it'll do in a pinch. I got it because I found a whole bunch of this. And it is the Cricut Premium Removable Vinyl. And it's black and white. They had a pack that was entirely black, so I went ahead and got that. And another black and white. I think they had one that was all white, but I do like the black and white mixture and the all black because I know I'm probably going to use a lot of that. There are 40 in here. In the black and white, there are 20 black and 20 white. And then in just the black, there are 40 black. And for that price, I'm like, yeah, 40 cents. Quarter, 25 cents for a sheet of vinyl. And it is the good stuff. It's the Cricut Premium Removable Vinyl. This is not the permanent vinyl that you would buy. It is the removable sheet. But look how beautiful that is. Gorgeous. And it's going to be great with those paint buckets that I bought. So that's why I went ahead and picked up another roll of this. And this is regular strength, which is good for using with removable. If you're using permanent, you might need a better transfer vinyl. I have to admit, the one that comes from Cricut is pretty good. And there are some other ones that I have tried that were good also. And then finally, I managed to snag one of these character stamp and die sets from Crafter's Companion. I have to tell you, I had gone to a lot of stores. And when I saw this on the shelf, I was like, you're mine. I love this because there is a front and a back to both of these, male and female on there. And the same thing on here for male and female. And then the one die will fit over and cut those out perfectly. The colors are just so pretty and bright and springtimey. How could you not love it? And then you also get envelopes and cards to go with it. And then Sarah has included a beautiful array of papers that coordinate beautifully with these. So everything is nicely color coordinated on there. And then you also have some printed paper which coordinates with those. So as always, thank you for joining me in the Learning Lab. Please be sure to check out my blog at inkollusions.blogspot.com. So since I got my metallic Gemini, I have been working on creating a mini album using my large Spellbinder dies. So please look for that to show up sometime soon. Until then.